We're sitting here at the breakfast table because one of the most important decisions you make about your health certainly can start with breakfast, and adding in whole grains is a great way to start.
That's right, Travis. And if you're leading a healthy life and eating grains, then going with whole grains instead of refined can aid in weight management, heart health, and may help reduce the risk of certain cancers, particularly stomach cancer and colon cancer.
So it really is about simple swaps that you can easily switch into in terms of more whole grains when it comes to your diet. So at breakfast, substitute whole wheat toast for plain old white toast. Whole grain bagels instead of a plain bagel.
Yeah, and another great place to switch to whole grains for breakfast is in the cereal aisle.
You know what? It's not always easy, though, to tell whether or not a product is made with whole grains. So you have to check the label and ingredient list. This is up to you. We've talked about it on the show before. Now we're going to show you again how to do that.
All right, so this is what a nutrition label should look like. You want to look at the first ingredient. We're looking for the word whole grain. It might be whole grain oats, it might be whole grain wheat, but you want to see that word whole. That tells you it's the main ingredient. Also, on the front of the box of cereal, you'll see that white check mark. That means that whole grain is the #1 ingredient. It has more whole grains than any other single ingredient.
The recommendation is for people to eat 3 or more servings of whole grains a day. That's 48 grams. Most of us are not getting even close to that. So we've got some good examples up here of foods that have whole grain as the main ingredient.
1 serving of whole grain is about 1 slice of whole wheat bread. So if you make a sandwich, there's 2 servings right there. Half cup of oatmeal or a whole cup of a whole grain cereal like Cheerios. Most people don't get 1 serving of whole grain, and 40% of people don't get any whole grains at all.
So in addition to a healthy lifestyle, people who eat more whole grains, they do tend to have healthier body weights. We all do want to look and feel our best. So at lunch or dinner, go with things like whole grain pasta. Choose a whole grain dinner roll. But remember, this is important. Just because bread is brown, for instance, that doesn't mean it's whole grain. Wheat flour is not whole wheat flour. So again, check the ingredient list just like we showed you.
You know, and the great thing about whole grains is you don't have to sacrifice taste. I actually love the taste of a whole wheat bread, whole wheat tortillas, things like that. When I make a sandwich, I use whole grain, anything.
There are also less commonly known whole grains that I love. Quinoa, wild rice, barley. You can try these in casseroles, in soups, and salads.